Topping today's news, 3 murders over the weekend takes the count to 41 for the year. Police crime statistics show that crime was down in 2023 compared to 2022, but some categories like rape, they are up. And the United Nations approves the transitional government for Haiti. Good evening, Bahamas. I'm Jcn. This is your Jcn Evening News. It's a pleasure to have you join us. It was another busy weekend for police detectives as they began investigations into 3 fatal shootings. The latest taking place here in the capital in the parking lot of the Luna nightclub on West Bay Street near Saunders Beach. A 33-year-old man was shot and killed around 4 a.m. this morning after getting into an argument with another unidentified person who produced a firearm and shot him several times. This follows the fatal shooting of a man on Abaco on Saturday around 1 a.m. That was Saturday morning. Police say a 37-year-old, believed to be Nardo Major, was shot while leaving a business establishment in Dundas Town, Abaco. Police say a gunman emerged from bushes and shot Major, who is a suspect in a 2018 murder case and was out on bail and outfitted with an ankle monitor. The Abaco shooting followed the shooting death of a 42-year-old man who was gunned down. He was a subcontractor operating a backhoe in the Camp Road area at the time of his death. He was working with Water and Sewage Corporation. Police are also looking for 2 men responsible for shooting an off-duty police officer who intervened as they tried to break into a car on Saturday night around 8:30 p.m. in the vicinity of Blue Hill Road and Ponciana Drive. The reserve officer remains in serious condition in hospital. Anyone with information that can advance this investigation or any of the investigations, you're urged to contact the police at your earliest convenience. Meanwhile, police have arrested a suspect in connection with murder number 38 that took place on Cowpen Road last week, Wednesday, April 10th. Police say the suspect was arrested on the island of Exuma, where he fled after presumably committing the crime. At the beginning of each year, the Royal Bahamas Police Force releases statistics on crimes committed from the previous year. And today, Police Commissioner Clayton Fernandez shared the overall crime stats from 2023, which shows that there was a reduction in crime in 2023, with one exception.
Overall crime for 2023, in all categories, crime has been down, with the exception of rape. And I will get into the logistics. Serious crime decreased by 21% throughout the Commonwealth of the Bahamas. Crimes against the person decreased by 26%. Property crime decreased by 19%.
Commissioner Fernando went into further details as he gave the 2023 statistics for stealing, armed robberies, stolen vehicles, murder, and house break-ins.
And when you look at property crimes, you're looking at the house break-ins. 372 house break-ins reported in 2023 compared to 507 in the previous year. Stealing 1,038 compared to pretty much the same as the previous year. Stolen vehicle is also down. 2023, 257 compared to 330 in the previous year. With respect to crime against the person, murder was down 110 in 2023 to compare to 128 in 2022.
As it relates to murder, Commissioner Fernandez said 2023 saw a decrease 14%. 72 of the 110 murders were solved, representing a 65% insolvency rate. We'll have more on the crime statistics in a later report. Last week, officers took several illegal guns off the streets. In the meantime, Police Commissioner Clayton Fernandez is calling for stiffer penalties in the criminal justice system, stressing that longer sentences are critical to reducing gun crimes. He is advocating for reform and revealed that he believes weak sentencing for unlicensed firearms possessions is a main issue leading to the spike in crime that we see here in the country, especially when it comes to crimes like murder and armed robberies, as well as individuals charged with gun crimes reoffending. While at the Agro Expo on Friday, Prime Minister Philip Davis agrees with Fernanda, but instead focused on the government's efforts thus far working with the United States to prevent guns reaching the country in the first place.
Having raised the matter at the highest level of the United States government, they are taking steps to assist and aid to lessening the trafficking of guns to the Bahamas. As I indicated to them, their right to bear arms does not translate to their right to traffic in arms. And I must say that they have been working to try to clog the loopholes that permits the easy trafficking of weapons. The challenge for the United States, as you know, is their own legal system.
In recent times, there have been a number of joint training operations between the United States and the Bahamas in efforts to prevent guns being smuggled into the Bahamas and the wider Caribbean from the United States. While there are still some calling for the full implementation of a marital rape bill, the government of the Bahamas is apparently satisfied with the current laws as it relates to rape and sexual assault. Also, while at the Agro Expo on the weekend, Prime Minister Philip Davis was asked for his thoughts on those still advocating for the marital rape bill. He does not think it is necessary.
Why do you want to describe rape? Rape is rape. We passed a bill, right, that speaks to a bill against violence against persons. And if you look at that bill, that covers any manner of what I call behavior that is not acceptable to society. Look at the bill that was passed, right? I don't like this idea of describing rape. Rape is rape, whether you're married or unmarried.
Currently, there are plans in the works for a safe house where abused women can seek help. Also, the Royal Bahamas Police Force has launched a domestic violence unit to assist women who find themselves in an abusive situation. In 2023, the government spent millions of dollars on rentals to provide a safe haven for abused women and children. And finally, in this segment, the United Nations Secretary General Antonio Guterres has welcomed the establishment of a transitional council in Haiti tasked with choosing new political leadership and setting up elections in that crisis-torn CARICOM country. In a statement issued on Saturday by his spokesman, the United Nations chief welcomed the publication of a decree formally establishing the Transitional Presidential Council, which is tasked with choosing Haiti's next prime minister and cabinet. The transitional government has 22 months to hold free and fair elections in Haiti before their February 7, 2026 deadline. Haiti has not held an election since 2016. We'll take a break here. We'll be right back after these commercials.